What's up everyone, it's Jambors, new video, and in this video I will be talking about where Eurovision is heading and how did I get to this topic, right? First things first, it's the general thing that, for example, my position in here, in front of you, and many of other YouTubers, but also reviewers, also people who are writing in general reviews in the proper media, let's say, or classical media, however you call it, they are criticizing, which means that they do critics, which actually means and eventually leads to being positive about something or being negative about something and pointing out why, have argumentations for why something went wrong or why something went good in their own personal opinion, because after all, those are, even with some facts, personal opinions, and this is something what we like to share. This is a specific discipline which exists around the world for hundreds of years. Basically, it's nothing new, and of course, it has the counterpart, which basically is that you're criticizing somebody or somebody's work, which always creates some tensions, controversies, or bad reactions and whatsoever. This is the goal of the ones to achieve the positive versions of their products reviewed and so on. And on the other side, for us reviewers, basically, to be given the products we want or we like, or there is nothing to be criticized about. And of course, when you're positive about something, everybody's happy that you're good, and when you're negative about something, like, everything is wrong. And I get to this topic where Eurovision goes, and in my opinion it needs to choose where it goes, was when I was reading a little article, I cannot find where I have it, that basically the singer from Nebulosa, from Spanish representative this year, was crying after she was criticized over the performance. And I believe pitifully that she wasn't the only one who had a bad feelings about how people were approaching it, how people were reviewing it, and also how people then didn't vote for it, for example, because it's true, the performance wasn't good. And in my opinion, this must not have been her mistake after all, because she didn't choose herself to be representing Spain. She didn't even choose herself to be in the Benidorm Fest, to be even selected for Eurovision. And who to criticize then? Should we criticize her as a performer, or should we criticize more likely the producer? I like those football analogy, where we criticize players every single time, or we praise them when they're playing good, but we also criticizing coaches. We're criticizing coaches that to put this person on the pitch wasn't a good idea. And basically it's a mistake not of that person who didn't play well, but the coach, him or herself. In this case, a producer or a channel. So I think it's a chain of people who could be criticized. So basically, when criticizing Nebulosa for lacking of singing skills on the level of Eurovision quality, let's say, is also criticizing producers to even let her being basically criticized because they put her on the pitch. The thing is that this is always a question, and I'm reading all the stories everywhere, YouTube videos and so on, that in a Eurovision world, for some reason, starting to be prevailing this narrative that, no, let's be nice, they're just representing country, diversity and so on and so on. But then I'm asking myself, and maybe asking also yourself, like, why then there is a contest word in the show? Eurovision Song Contest. It's not Eurovision Song Happening. It's not Eurovision Song Carnival. It's Eurovision Song Contest. And I think the word contest is therefore that people are competing against each other. The countries are competing against each other. It can come with some happening, that it's an amazing opportunity to do so, but still there is a competition level. And I think what's happening now, and I think this is the general West world thing, which also I feel part of it, that we are trying to completely losing our standards for nobody to feel offended or something. Instead of, hey, we need some quality, like, we need to do something, like, let's do the carnival on the streets, no one cares, but when we are going to competition, let's compete like in football. No one asks, it's a nice, super nice football, but I don't want to watch Eurovision as a Sunday league. I want to really watch Eurovision and see and perceive Eurovision as a Champions League, as a World Cup, European Cup, something where it really matters who wins. And we see, for example, this year no one cares. It doesn't matter anymore. It's like, again, Eurovision. I don't want the this way, but Eurovision need to choose. If it's a happening, then we are having a nice show with amazing visual numbers, with lack of good music or lack of good performers, or we want the amazing acts with amazing artists, with amazing music, with amazing performances. And we need to also choose if we want to criticize. That means creating a pressure on everybody in this chain, from artists to producers, more likely, because they are after all the ones who are shaping Eurovision, and they're lacking of standards, in my opinion. It's simple, because those are the ones who are shaping the whole thing, and they need to choose. Because when I say about Eurovision needs to choose, the Eurovision is made of those countries, and the countries' inputs are making the Eurovision years how they are. Like worse, like last year, or better, like 2016, for example. And this is the thing what those people need to talk together, also with EBU, also with everybody included from executive roles, to say which way Eurovision really leads. Because the worst thing what can happen is that it will stay in some vacuum, somewhere in the middle. Because the middle is the worst, because at least Sunday League is funny, right? Because it's crazy, it has no rules. Or a competition which has serious rules, serious demands, and serious competitors. But everything in between is just simply boring. And this is not then for no one. And then it will just vanish like, okay, Eurovision just vanished. This is what I don't want. So I think Eurovision and their leaders, which are also head of delegations, are also people, producers, who are influencing their national selection, influencing their own markets, music markets after all, are deciding if they want to go that way. Let's have a carnival, everybody loves everybody, no one will be criticized, it's good that you're here. It doesn't matter if you cannot sing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we invest hundreds of euros into you and into this show. It doesn't matter, because we want to have a good feeling that we were inclusive and basically making a song competition with artists who cannot sing, or we will invest into people, into programs, into show which has extreme quality. But we need to start in the middle of the chain, and this question is serious. Where Eurovision will go? I'm definitely voting for the competition, the serious Champions League thing, but maybe you have completely different opinions, so write me in the comment below, what do you think? Become a member if you want to have all those videos what I'm doing in advance, and some bonuses and big bonuses for you. And also subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. If you want to support me differently, you can buy me a coffee, or you can give me a super like over here. And I see you in the next videos upcoming. Thank you for watching. Bye.